Yeah, we're live.
You can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, amazing. Let's have a look from let's start from the beginning. Let's
Yeah, let
look
me
at
just share. Let me just quickly share in my channels.
yeah, go
So
ahead.
on Telegram, so we get everyone going. 1 second.
I need to figure out a way to have Zoom attached to it so that the current community can join these. I need to look into it. But the only problem is when we do that, we need to have 3 sections of mine and 3 of yours. So let's see. It'll work out.
Yeah. All right, bro. Let's go.
So no red folder news today. Let's see this week. Live. Today's Tuesday, so no red folder news. Tomorrow, no red folder news, but FOMC. Wow. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. UK
Tomorrow's a
time.
big day.
Yeah, tomorrow's a very big day. 7 p.m. UK time. 10 p.m. UAE time. It will be something. Okay. Not much happening this week. Just FOMC. Okay. Chilled one. Okay, let's look at the charts. The market is basically, to the ones who haven't seen us live before, there's 3 trends that the market usually moves in, which is the uptrend, downtrend, and consolidation. And lately, from the last 7th of August, which is like about 10 days ago, since then, in the last 10 days, the market has been in consolidation. It's not really like got a certain structure. There's a course that we've put together here, Trading Trends. We've put together Academy, where a lot is explained in the simplest way possible for all the beginners. How to identify the structures, how to identify the patterns. Once you identify the structure or the pattern, that's when you basically start looking for the moves, because you have to be the friend of the trend. That's why we are here trading the trend. And now with the markets being in consolidation, it's only reasonable to look for consolidation moves. Do you want to add anything on, Alex?
No, I think you've pretty much mapped it out. What we're looking for are the zones which we believe are going to be at play for the day. So this is obviously a zoomed out picture of the market. We've obviously come down below that 4,320, and now we're playing at that 4,400 range, which is not only a big psychological level just because it's 4,400, but also the market has clearly gone to that level, rejected, retested it, gone up, come back up, gone all the way up to that 4,435, was it? Something like that. And then
Yeah.
literally we're back at that 4,400 again.
Yeah. When last week we did a live, I believe it wasn't on Kick or YouTube or TikTok or anywhere else. It was on Zoom within the community. This was explained in the simplest way possible. The market dropped to this level, and then we bought it from there. And I did say that I don't think the market will break past this zone very easily, and it will drop down. And this is exactly this. This was marked out beforehand. This, and the market's done it. Which means that the market continued the consolidation. Right now, it's still within the consolidation zone. 4,400 has previously been a very important area of interest due to numerous reasons. This is something which years of experience and years of education allows a trader to identify. This is not just the area of interest for now, but even in the past, when the market was creating a lot of higher highs and new structures and new patterns, this zone played out a very huge role. So I would advise anyone and everyone, of course, nothing is a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Everything and anything that's shared over here is for educational purposes only. So I would say from the education point of view, it's always good to go and back test whatever has happened in the markets in the past and implement that moving forward, it really helps a trader. You will see many things in the past when the same same price range, how the market and the price reacted. So now 4,400 and the market stuck to it. What time is in London right now? Let me see. Nearly 9 a.m. This is the time when the volume slows down a bit. As I've been trading for the last 80 years, nearly a decade, and Alex has been too. We've seen that this is the time right now where it's good to mark everything out and be ready for the next move. From 4,400, like it could play out in either direction. So what I'm gonna do is, I've got I'm gonna go to some different sort of candles to have some clarity. Now this is the area which I will look to enter the trade in. I have to have a lot of confirmations, and this is something which is explained. What confirmations are we looking for? How valuable they are? What's the hierarchy? Which one is the first one? Which one is the last one? It's all explained within the community in the simplest and the detailed way possible. This is the area where where I'm going to look for to enter a move, and so is Alex. We're going to look to see if the market goes down from here or it just shoots up from here. Now, of course, before it does either thing, it can very easily do a lot of fake outs, manipulate. And in order to understand how and what are the fake outs and the manipulation, that's what a trader has to identify. Once you understand and educate yourself on that, everything becomes sense. Alex, you want to add anything on?
No, just the point here is when you're talking about fake out and manipulation, can you give a little more context to people who are just starting out, maybe people who don't understand trading as much, what you mean by a fake out and what you mean by a market manipulation?
Yeah, sure. So many people, what they do is they'd go like this, they'd zoom out. Now you guys have heard us on the call talk about 4,400 being a very important level or a very important zone. Many people, what they do is they'll go back and they'll start assuming that, okay, the market has bounced up from here and it's above it now. I think it's just going to shoot up. It does not work like that. It's like when I think, I don't know, Alex, if you remember this significant position here, there were a few people on the call who were like, yeah, it's broken past, it's going to go. But then guess what happened? They all got caught in fake out. This was a complete fake out and then it dropped down. So market is very good at making people believe something. The people who are on the other side, they do things to make a person's brain a specific direction. That's where manipulation and confusions play out. Like many people will now think straight away, if it's bounced from here, as it's still above it, it's just going to go up. But it's very possible for it to just do a fake out and drop down. And the majority of the times, it's when the market is actually not even in a structure. That's when a fake out happens. It's important for market to get into a structure. It's okay to miss out maybe 30, 40, 50 pips. It's not a problem. But up until the market's not in structure, it's ideal for a trader to just wait. That's where manipulation and confusion comes in, when the market's actually not in the structure, but the greed and the FOMO kicks in, and people just want to enter.
Yeah. So in this situation, what sort of confirmations are you going to be looking at to either take a short or to go long? If we zoom in a little bit
there's a few things I'd look for. Firstly, I need the market to go into a structure on a lower time frame and give me an ideal idea of how strong volume is. Volume and candles, they speak a story. It's very important for everyone to understand this. Volume and candles, they speak a significantly important story. And based off of experience, what I've got, I a lot of times execute trades off the back of candles. Like, how has the candle behaved? How has the candle performed? How has the candle been? So it's these are the things which I will have to now wait for and see. And then from there, I'd look to, I don't know, like you asked me just now, am I going to take a short? I don't know. And I don't want to say anything just yet, because when you say something to yourself, your brain is now programming yourself to just that specific move. I program my brain. I don't know. I have to wait. Once I get me confirmations, only then I know. Right now, I don't know. Right now is the time to just mark everything up, put the alerts on. It's very important to use these alerts. These things here, they're very helpful. I'll mark the alerts up, and I know what the market needs to do in order for me to have a strong confirmation. And then from there, I will see how the volume is. Then I'll see how the candles have been. Then from there is when I'll move on to looking at the move.
Definitely. And when it comes to marking out, what is your advice to people when they're starting out learning how to trade? Should they mark before the market opens, like before London session, before New York session, or is it at the same time? What, in your opinion, is the right approach, or what are the best practices?
It's always ideal to market before. It's like you want to go for a run, but you don't warm up. How can you just start running straight away? You have to warm up. You have to bounce a little bit. You have to jog a little bit. That's exactly how is it within the markets. Before the markets open, it's very important to market, have a look. How did it go? What did it do? Where was the highest point? Where was the lowest point? How did it behave around this specific area? How did it behave around that specific area? How valuable it was? What did the news do? Because news plays a vital role as well. A lot of times markets move significantly, but that's not actually the main move. That was a move which was off the back of just some news. So all these factors are to be considered beforehand. All of this is very important to be considered. And then after that is when you will look for the main move.
And when you're looking at timeframes, what do you suggest for people to use in order to map out the bigger picture? And then what do you suggest them to use to actually take the trades?
It's always ideal to start from the highest time frame. It could be a day or 4 hours. That's what I do. Go from a high time frame to a lower time frame, and then basically on the way, as you're going from higher to lower, you have a lot more clarity on what is the market like. Of course, we jumped on, you guys saw this, and I told you it's in consolidation. It did not just get identified just like that. We walked up from the higher time frame to the lower time frame and then understood, okay, this is where the market was. Let me do one thing. I'm just gonna open something. Let me stop sharing. I'm gonna do something here because it's just going to make a lot more sense for everyone. This is something which is very valuable. Gold. Open up. What's this? Okay, this is open now.
You need to share your screen.
Yeah. I'm just opening something up so it makes sense for everyone.
Sure.
Let me just share my screen. Share screen. Allow share screen. Can you guys hear any background noise, or is it okay? I've just got the cleaner. Is it okay, or is it loud?
Yeah, it's fine. No, it's not too loud. It's all good.
All right, cool. Okay, so here's something which is very valuable. Like, you see, actually, let me just tell them. Excuse me. Can you leave this? Yeah, it's fine. This is what we have to do for education and for our community. This is a ideal setup of understanding what exactly happened in the market and get some sort of idea and then take it further from here. So I can now see the market was in an uptrend, then it was in a downtrend, then it was in consolidation. It broke out of consolidation. Now it's in a consolidation again. So this just gave a clear picture of what the market has been doing and how it has been performing and behaving. Now on a lower time frame, it's a very significantly important zone, and patience and confirmations, it's what's going to help me identify if there's a potential move or no.
Makes sense.
So
okay, cool.
Yeah. Are you going to enter any trade, Alex, before it's ready, or like always, or are you going to wait patiently now?
I'm gonna be a bit more patient today. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until we get better confirmation. Are you gonna be taking any trades in the community today?
Yeah, within the community, 100%. Yes. The ones who don't know, Alex is the one who moves the market. If you don't- So the markets move
Literally.
as the markets move as Alex wants the markets to move. So anytime you guys want to do anything, just wait for and see what is Alex doing. What direction is he in? And I swear the market goes that way.
There you go, man. It's lucky every single time, bro. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Wow. Okay, it's moving now.
Yeah, a little more volume coming into the market, huh?
Yeah,
I was actually in favor for a sell, to be honest, at this area.
yeah.
The reason being that we obviously went up to that 4435 area. We came
Again,
back
yeah.
down below the 4,400. We came up. I felt that we had one retest at around 305 in the morning. Sorry,
Yeah.
on yeah, 305 in the morning. We came back down, and now I feel like we retested it again. Now we also on the
Mm.
5 minute candle, there's this 200 EMA close, which I sometimes use here. There's like a
Uh-huh.
200-day EMA close on the 5 minute, which I sometimes
You-
like to use as almost a point of rejection. So yeah,
Mhm.
I'm in favor of a sell at this point, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, I like to sell as well.
Because I also feel again from like fundamentals macro, I feel like there's some tension brewing up, especially when we see that the 60-day ceasefire is about to end. Obviously, we went all the way up, but we're still back at that 4,400 zone. So I feel like it's a seller's market, to be honest, that we're sitting and watching. Now I'd
Mm.
like to sell off here and then come back down to that 4,386 level, or a bit lower than that. Which would be nice,
Yeah,
man. If we went from 4395 to 4386, happy days.
agreed. Agreed. It is a very nice zone for sure.
And then, guys, what you do most of the time is you just sit and wait. So everybody thinks you only see the exciting parts on social media, but the reality is you're sitting and staring at a screen for hours. It's not made for everybody, I'll tell you that much. But I think there's definitely something about the fact of you being able to generate money from anywhere in the world. And as an entrepreneur, I'm a lifelong entrepreneur. I never worked for anybody in my life. There's something interesting that you have no boss, you have no one to listen to. And again, there's something exciting around the idea that it's just you in the market. It's nobody else. And if you make a mistake, it's 100% on you, because in entrepreneurship, it's very much like that as well. Like a lot of people, oh, they blame the employee or they blame someone else. No, if you're the leader, if you're at the top of an organization, it's always your fault. And in the markets, it's very binary. You either made money or you lost money. So yeah, I just love it, to be honest.
Mm.
Now, in this scenario, would you wait for a retest of that zone again as a confirmation for you to go in, or
Um,
where's
um,
your
if we had jumped on a bit more earlier, we would have sold it there. Uh,
So you would have been in
43.90.
favor of a sell on that retest up, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was a
So
good selling point.
can you go into some details regarding like retests and all of that? Like what does it mean? So you have a level. What does a retest mean for people who are maybe like newer to the community or people who don't understand these terms?
So this is what the example that I'm about to give just now is a very simple example. This is so straightforward. It'll just make sense every time anyone sees it. So let me just draw it out. So there's a very strong market always moves in structures and patterns. And well, according to me, of course, the market firstly rejected the resistance, which is very good. But at the same time, it formed a pattern here, which is W pattern, upside down W pattern. The market went ahead, retested the pattern's middle, and now it can most likely just have a nice big drop like that. This is a very, very good example right now live to see what is most likely possible. Like and these zones, I've always said, I know many people will disagree with me. I say technicals over fundamentals any day. Whatever's been decided is going to happen. And these zones, they're not like just some made up zones. They are very important zones. They're very crucial, and the markets always go to them before it does anything. And they're not just like some levels. Like it's causing a consolidation zone. It's causing a pattern. It's causing a upside down W pattern, and it's just making sense. Wow. Okay, yeah, that was a nice entry there. That was a very nice entry there. I want to see how the market behaves around this area now, which is 43.93, and take it from there.
$43.93. That's the next level you have.
Yep.
So if you had taken that sell, would you be looking to take your first? Like, how would you say, where is my first take profit going to be?
From my entry would have been 97 to 99. My first TP would have been 93, exactly this zone. I would have secured some partials, and then I would have moved my stop loss out of entry, and then I would have just let it ride. If it did stop me at entry, it would have gone up to retest 4400, and if the rejection happened, I would have sold again. That's what I would have done.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we're going to take a trade within the community now. The ones who are not in the community, they're going to miss out. But the ones who are, they're going to see live action.
There we go. Let's get some live action.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah. I think anyone and everyone who's not in the community just yet, I'd say get in, because Alex, I think it's time for us to look for the main move. And
let's do it, man. We don't need to disclose it on the live. We'll give it in the community. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So cool. Thank you, everyone. And
thank you everyone for jumping on.
Yeah, we'll see you all within the community. Alex, you want to share anything before we end it?
No, it's all good, man. We want to be doing these on a regular basis, guys. So the plan is to do it before London Open and before New York Open as often as possible. We'll be going live. If you guys want to get into the community, if you go to either of our Instagrams, you can see the link in there. Also, you can see it on TikTok and also on Kick. So please feel free to join. We'd love to have you in there. We have not only education, not only trade ideas, but really a comprehensive community for anyone who wants to get involved in trading to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's very good that Alex mentioned that, because majority of the people in this industry don't fail because of the industry, they fail because of the lack of support and education. That is the main problem. And me and Alex, we've both been at a position where we understand that pain point. It's that feeling of being alone. It's that feeling, because this is a very lonely industry. This is a very very stressful industry to be by yourself. When you have another person on the other end who's in the same boat as you, like when I'm going to take a trade, I'm in. Like no one is by themselves. When Alex is going to take a trade, he's in. No one is by themselves. It makes a huge difference. And it's just beneficial for a person to be on a journey with someone. Like why do you think humans look to have a partner? Why? Like what's the need? Like apart from sexual reasons, there's emotional reasons, there's mental reasons. Like it's a lot more deeper than that. So that's exactly why being part of a community or a circle that is in the same boat as you makes a huge difference. So utilize
I think I think what you said importantly is that the journey to learn how to trade, or the journey how to trade markets, like when you're on that journey, your family might not understand, like your wife doesn't understand, your girlfriend doesn't understand, your mom doesn't understand, your father doesn't understand. But if you have the right community around you to support you with education, then that changes a lot of things. And I think that's really lacking in this world. You either have people who are just giving execution and showing that flashy lifestyle, but you need to have the education, guys. If you don't have the education, if you don't know what you're doing, it's literally a 50-50, right? And this is a skill which you can keep, like develop the skill now. You don't need to invest a huge amount of money to learn the skill. But like when it comes time to retirement, if you have the skill, then you can learn how to make money for yourself. You know what I mean? You can learn how to provide for yourself on your own, literally with a computer connection. But it is going to take time, and you need to be patient, and you need to find the right people to mentor you and help you along the way.
Absolutely. Cool.
All right, Kay, I'm going to stop the live, but stay on because it'll be a call, just me and you. Take it easy, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have an awesome day. Adios.